Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is going to be a May reading for Capricorn. So I have no set spread for this month. I'm experimenting with the new Oracle decks that I got last week. So I've got the Starseed Oracle, which I've been compelled to combine with the Work Your Light Oracle into a turbo deck here. So we've got a little bit from each that came out. I also last week got the Wild Unknown Archetypes, so I'm going to be looking at that too. And then to get an overview of the reading, I've got my bucket of charms here. Oops, I don't need that. So, and because with the Oracle reading and the charms, it tends to be like a less mundane reading. Like, it's not really talking about the 3D in particular. It's more about energy or extra dimensional stuff, emotions, chakras, stuff like that. I wanted to get some tarot, so for this I'm using the Uno deck, which is basically just minor arcana. Alright, so let's get going here. So I have some charms that are upright, which means that the ink is showing, and then I have some that are inverted, which means that it's backwards. This is actually, this one that's backwards is a toilet, so I just heard back-ass words. I get back-ass words. But I'll get to that in a minute. So Capricorn. So we have this seed of life here. It's like it's technically the second iteration of the flower of life, because the first iteration is just the circle. So I have that cosmic, the fabric of the cosmos, the shape of the matter in the universe. So we have the mittens. Science project here, or it's like a snowball. It looks like a snowball. So there's going to be a snowball effect. There's a llama here, potentially the source of the wool for the mittens. Alpaca you a lunch. Not surprising for... Oh, actually, this is Jupiter. So we have Jupiter here. So Jupiter and Saturn should still be in Aquarius as of May. Because they're large planets, they should be there for a while. So we have Jupiter. Jupiter. Sagittarian energy. Sagittarius South Node, I think. I'm not sure if it's still at South Node in May, though. So I was not compelled to look at the thing. So we have the wristwatch here, potentially a stopwatch, because that's what I'm sensing with it. So, it looks slightly better going the other way. But anyway, so we have the wristwatch. Now, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is Chronos, which is Father Time, so we do have an aspect of time. Look at these inverted charms. Inverted. We have the bone here. It's really hard for me not to pick this up and say I found this humorous, because it's supposed to be a femur, but so the bone, but it's inverted. No bones about it, man. This over here. And again, the toilet. The royal flush. Got a bone to pick with you, man. Inverted, I have the boat. This is a lot like the Six of Swords for me. With it inverted, it gives me an I need to go deeper. Also, because I'm seeing this bone and I'm thinking of it like trying to unclog the toilet like a plumber with a pipe. But not only is there this idea of flush, of like water being like going down deeper into the system, but when this boat is inverted, it takes on a scorpionic energy that tells me I need to go deeper. Okay. This is not a gentle stream here. The boat inverted. Capsized. Oh, that's disgusting. Okay. So also inverted, I have the electric guitar. I'm hearing like all about that bass, which is also kind of gross. Apparently the charms are trying to be funny right now. Should explain why it's so humorous. It's like flushing turd jokes over here. Okay. Oh, there's the snowflake. Look at that. And I said there was a snowball over here, right? So it's not just a single snowflake. It's a bunch of them. And then we have the money inverted. It's like I'm flushing all this money down the drain. Potentially on a music career. Interesting. It's like somebody's like, you're not as special as you think, man. I got a bone to pick with you. Right? You're not an individual. You're just like everybody else. It's like, I want to get away from this bullshit, but I'm having a hard time because there's something that keeps, it's like a whirlpool that keeps sucking the boat down into this like underground cavern. Jupiter is like luck. I'm getting kind of wheel energy here. You know, like you're wasting time on this career. Like, do you really think things are going to snowball in your favor? Like, you haven't gotten past this first stage yet. It's sort of like I'm handling it with kid gloves, but I had to eat, like, I even had to make the gloves my goddamn self. But this Jupiter energy coming in here, it's like, it's not like it's like your luck is, like, the time is up, and this universal timing is like, you've finished running this sack race, and your luck is about to change. How? In a big way, because it's not just a little bit of Sagittarian energy, it's a whole goddamn planet. So let's see what's in the... Doesn't have to be a music career, but this electric guitar. Again, I keep wanting to call it a bass. Like some kind of... the base cost of your business, right? Although it literally could be music, but we'll see. All right, what have we got for Oracle? You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north, right? Somebody's like, oh, you're not that special. Right? But maybe they just don't get what you're trying to do. Look at this. That is the red spot of Jupiter. This is the rings around Jupiter. This is Jupiter. Again. Was that inverted? I don't even know. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Oh, there's a hidden charm over here. The top hat inverted. This makes me think of the top hat in Monopoly, and it's always like, oh, you rich motherfucker, right? Who's so fancy they're using the top hat as their marker on when they play Monopoly. Now inverted, right? It was this way. It's inverted. It's sort of like I'm doing a performance, right? I'm looking for a handout, potentially. But I also get this, like, it hats off to you. Like, what is this hat doing? Am I going to pull a rabbit out of it? Is that why it's inverted? Why am I not wearing it on my head? Like, I'm not, like, maybe I'm not fancy. Maybe I'm just making my own magic. I also just heard go shit in your hat, so there's another one. Someone's like, go shit in your hat. You're flushing money down the drain. You're not that special. You're wasting your money on this. You'll never get out of this sinkhole. Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? Face your true north, and where are you being called to journey to? This is alignment. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Right? If someone's talking shit to you, that can be very triggering. But why? What's the point of it? What is this energy getting you to face? It might you might be like, "Oh man, yeah, I really am just crap." What they're getting you to face is that maybe you need to go on a journey to stay in your alignment. Well, this isn't north. I need to go over here, right? I need to climb that mountain. Where's this? North, upwards. I got to keep climbing. Okay. So, because this is a new card, I am just going to skim that, even though it seems pretty straightforward. The world is filled with people who, no matter what you do, just won't like you. It's also filled with those who you'll love fiercely, right? At the outset of this reading, that doesn't look like it's happening, but this seed, this potential for the snowball effect that's in alignment with the universal pattern is becoming available. Like, these people might start showing up. You know, this temple here isn't like, oh, I'm going to a religious temple. It's like, I'm going to the place where my people are. Right? My kind of people. In some way, like, the people that you resonate with are reflections of you, but I mean, in some respect, people that challenge you are coming in, and it's not to say they're reflecting, oh, you're a shitty person, so someone's going to be shitty to you. That's your fault. That's not what it is. It's what you see when you look out into the world. It's like you automatically think that people are going to be like you, they're going to like understand you, and that might not be the case. When you go into this, you see them and their reflection, it's like it's not a two-way mirror. You're trying to express something beyond, and then they're just like, no, it's only gray. There's only wood back here. You're not getting anything reflecting back or passing through. If that makes sense. Don't waste your precious time and gifts trying to convince others of your value. They won't ever want what you're selling, right? They're like, you suck, get off the stage. Yeah. You'll be wasting both your time and theirs, and will likely inflict unnecessary wounds that will take precious time, that's that stopwatch, to heal. You're not for them, and they're not for you. And this is continue on your way. Right, but it also did say face your true north. Sharing your path with someone is a sacred gift. Don't cheapen it by rolling yours in the wrong direction. Embrace your uniqueness and weirdness. Let the world see who you truly are. To reveal your multifaceted, multidimensional nature, right? Multifaceted. That's what this shape is. It's fractal. It's a pattern. It is multidimensional. Don't dim your light according to who is in your presence. Own all parts of yourself so that your people, the ones who are the same kind of weird as you, can recognize you when your paths cross. Okay. So let's look at the archetypes. We have the tear. So this has come out before. This is letting those floodgates go, right? This is like, I'm going to have a stiff upper lip. But this, like, God damn it. Oh, I just thought of like up shit creek without a paddle. This, I need to go deeper. This is where the cistern of sadness is. Right? I let the floodgates open and let out all this emotion of what's going on here. And we see that we've created this whole river, and it's created a pathway that leads to the next place, right? It washes away these visions that aren't helpful. It clears the energy system to let this Jupiter energy come in. It's the flushing of the emotional system, right? Unclogging the emotions. All that shit can get drained out. God damn, that's nasty. Then we have the underworld. Oh man. Oh Jesus. The underworld. That's that inverted rowboat too. I need to go deeper. And I always see it as I usually see the inverted rowboat over there when it's going down instead of going away. It's like it's going down into Hades. It's down into like the Phantom of the Opera's lair. It's in the sewer. Some turtles down there eating pizza in the underworld. Okay, where the hell is the book? I'm pretty good with what the tier is. I don't think I need to read that again because I just had it like yesterday or the night before or something. So let's look at the underworld. 48. God damn it, I hate Roman numerals. Eat a dick, Roman numerals. Okay. 48. I was just gonna say, this is why they couldn't conquer the Celts. Because of this bullshit. This fucking Roman numerals. Just need a better system of measurement. There it is, the underworld. I keep wanting to say the underwear. That's not right. The underworld. Okay. It made a reference to Dante's Inferno. Though hell is not that unlike Hades. And of course there's thousands of... well, not that, but there's a lot of stories about people going into the underworld, right? You think of, well, I mean, Alice in Wonderland, and then it says Inanna here, and Osiris, Alice in Wonderland, and so on. Persephone. So the nightmare, the ordeal, and the bottom. Nightmares, suffering, and pain, shadow realm. We try to vigilantly avoid or deny at any cost. The darkness pulls us into its depths through disturbing dream images, unexpected accidents, illness, war, conflict, and ultimately death. Not visiting the underworld or denying its existence altogether is what gives it dangerous power, right? It's like, how you doing? And you're like, you don't want to depress people with how the struggle is real, so you're like, okay. And they're like, just okay. Because they don't want to hear that anything sucks. They're like, why aren't you okay? Why are you just okay? Why aren't you happy? Or if you say, I'm fine, they're like, just fine? Why aren't you frolicking in the streets, goddammit? Fucking people. Prozac mindset. No shade to people who might actually need it. Okay, so traversing the underworld says, forces us to bow humbly to the greater forces that be while summoning the inner strength we previously underestimated. The underworld subsumes everyone from time to time, making us deeper friends, more intimate partners, soldiers of light amid our shadowy times. Facing darkness and choosing light is the most profound calling of all. Okay, so for this, the underworld card. So apparently my thing stopped and I didn't notice it, and I just lost like 10 minutes of me talking. So I was in the underworld, and I don't remember where I left off, but I'm kind of done reading from the book. This tier, it also said to do with, it also said the word subsume, and when I see the tier and the underworld together, it tells me the abyss. So for me, this abyss has to do with a depression where it feels like you're deep under dark water. You just want to hit rock bottom so you can get somewhere, so you can deal with facing yourself down and being like, well, am I going to kill myself or am I not? Am I going to suddenly find a little door with a rabbit heading into it? Am I going to be able to kick myself off of the floor again? What's going on? The abyss, when without rock bottom, just blackness and deepness forever and ever, is like I'm drowning but I can't go anywhere. You know, like, what's happening? It's like I either have to hit that rock bottom, or in some way I need to flush out this water, right? I need to let the tide carry me somewhere. I need to have it moving. I can't just sit here like hovering. Like, I can't just be floating like like in the middle of this dark water. I feel like what I said before was way better. But that's what's going on with these cards. Okay, so then I've turned over the cards, the Uno cards. So I had the Eight of Swords, that I want to break free energy. I had the Queen of Swords inverted, which is something that I was about to get a clarifying card for, and then I realized the camera hadn't been going, and all heck broke loose because I had to go find out where I left off. I got the Six of Swords inverted, which is the same as this little boat here, inverted. And then the Six of Wands, which is Jupiter in Leo. So we have Jupiter, and then we have this idea of Leo energy, strength, and the sun coming out, also victory over this traumatic situation and letting the emotions flow to get past, you know, people who weren't buying what you were selling. They weren't understanding your vibe. They didn't, you know, they just didn't like you, and framed the whole experience of what you're trying to do with your life as, I'm a piece of crap because these people over here don't like me. I need to go over there. All right. So I was thinking of this Queen of Swords as a 1 or a 13. It's inverted. It's an internal transformation in your thought process or how you're expressing yourself. But it's also this idea of, like, there's a little bit of anger on it with the Queen of Swords inverted. Like, I'm gonna go fix my shit and, like, screw you guys over here. Like, I'm going somewhere else. But let me get a clarifier for her. Okay. This one too. So I'm clarifying the Queen of Swords. I'm going to put this up a little bit. So I have the Four of Pentacles inverted. That means I'm releasing things. I've understood what I need to hold on to and release. Right? I'm having this transformation in my thought process, in my internal process. But here it extends out into the physical world because we have this Pentacles card. Traditionally, the Sun in Capricorn, although I've reassigned it Neptunian energy, which would be this subconscious need to hang on to people around you that have it sort of have it out for you, or they just you know, they don't really get what you're doing. Like maybe you trigger them because you're going somewhere that they're afraid of, so they have to, you know, tell you that you're not gonna, like, what you're doing is stupid. You're like, we don't do that around here. You know, we don't like your kind. You're not that special. Like, you're never going to make it. That kind of stuff. That kind of attitude. It's like, I don't need to... Why do I need to hang on to these people just to say that I have people? They're not the right people. And then we have... I remember what these are. The Page of Swords inverted. Okay. Page of Swords inverted. Alright, so I've assigned the Page of Swords the energy of Uranus. Which is, because it's a page and it's youthful energy, it is bringing me into this Fool energy. But it, like an inverted Aquarian energy is like I'm looking at this collective consciousness that's something that I can't hold on to, right? Your consciousness over here is not something that I want to try to have a new beginning with again and again and again, trying to explain to you, trying to get you to see from my point of view. I'm cutting this off. I'm cutting it off. I'm going deep down to, you know, the moorings under the pier. I'm cutting this whole business. You know, I'm getting out... I was gonna say I'm getting out my calculator. Not a calculator. Astrolabe, constellations, whatever. Navigation. And I'm transforming this Eight of Swords energy. Although I still feel like it's weird that the Queen is inverted. I want to get another card for why the Queen is inverted. That's not helpful. Oh, man. Another card for why the Queen of Swords is inverted. Okay. So this just came out in Sagittarius reading. It says, the weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. So this inverted Queen, it's like people want you to sort of become like this beacon, this example for what they want people to do in the world. Right? We'll elevate you if you tell our truth. And there's this burden on you to conform. And it's like, no, I'm flipping the script. I'm not doing that. This is why this Queen is inverted, because it's a projection that other people are putting on you. They're like, we'll only pay attention to you if you're in the same vibration that we are. And here it's coming through as a distortion because it's in direct opposition. It's in hostility to what you're trying to achieve here, which is expression. Like to anchor an energy pattern of being yourself. Which can be very threatening to people when they're used to this idea of conforming lest they be ostracized. Right? In that this act of identity can be a threat. But it looks like Capricorn's luck is changing. Alright, so if you want to get a personal reading, sign up here. You can, let me get this in here a little bit. The complete list of readings I have and how much they cost is going to be in the description box underneath this video. You can email me about that. All of this content is going to be linked through my link tree. If you'd like to get something for... No, wait, that's not what I was going to say. If you'd like to help keep my channel chunking along, you can donate. That's PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo for the energy exchange / tip jar. If you would like something for money, I have coloring books, dark poetry, merch, prints, actual art items. So I have a couple of plushies. I've got some foam lotuses, drawings, paintings, an etching, a couple of watercolors. And then for DeviantArt and Etsy, for the prints and the merch, the prints and actual art pieces for characters and celebrities, I'm going to be donating 10% to certain charities. And then when I can afford it, I'll increase those percentages. And then there's a coupon code there, 3*17, 3 or more items, 17% off. That's for Etsy. That includes cheap stuff like the template for these and the chapbook packs. It's like a synchronicity stimulus packet. It's like getting a few cards or a couple of charms. There's writing, there's images, there's numbers, if you can read my handwriting. So it's just to kind of get a little drop of, hey, what's up from the universe. That's what those are for. I think that's it. Everything again through the link tree. linktr.ee/CATtheMinion. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, check out my playlists tab, my discussion tab, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.